to Arabella's Heart for Book Art. Hello, this is Arabella from Arabella's Heart for Book Art. So welcome to my channel. I'm working on a really grungy book and I wanted to show you before I move on to the next stages what I have been doing so far. So I had this cardboard book. I will show you the before because I have another one over here. This is what it looked like. Pink. And I took apart, yeah, it was a little bit less pink. I will show you what I pulled away. So this was beige pink. I'm sorry about that. I have a new camera set up, so I'm bumping into it. So I think I will make something out of this one as well. So I took a little bit of the width and I pulled away lots of pieces. That's how I started, and then I did put some gesso onto it, and then I thought I don't have enough gesso anymore, so I found something in my stash, and that is home deco paint. This is chalk paint, same thing, and it has the same chalkiness as gesso does. So this is all this paint. Here you see gesso. Here I started with gesso on this side, and I don't see any difference in this side and that side. So this is, here I started with gesso on this side, and on this side it's all the chalk paint. So it turned out more white even than I thought. So that's cool. The next thing I made were sort of ruffles, and I have one here. So I made sort of ruffles onto a piece of corrugated cardboard. Then I crumpled this fabric, layered it up double, so you can make really cool way. You can do it also with more fabric, so you can get that effect even more. What I'm doing now. So this is really cute, and I chose the most, the one I love the most to put down on the, oh, here we go again, to put down. And over here, yeah, it's not on the ideal place, so I hope I'm not bumping into it too much, and it's also a large book. And here I reinforced a crease, so that's why I did that, but I like the grunginess about it. On the inside I already did a few things, so I made a few pockets over here, and then I did make it white. I also made my own envelope, and I have this fabric that I coffee stains. I also want to use that. I have a lot of it, and I also have plain, and I also have this cotton fabric, and that's what I've been using to make bows, and that's something I like. So I wanted to reinforce the spine, that's how far I am, and also wanted to point out this cute, let me see if I'm a frame, this cute pocket. So I made really, yeah, how do you call this? Really grungy. And this, I don't know if I'm keeping it like this. So here is really an easy pocket, easy access, and then the bow is upside down to match this. And this is just the end of a cardboard box. So here is the lid, and here is a lid, and here I just ripped it, so like that. So what I wanted to do, I will start on the outside, is reinforce the spine now. So I ripped, let me see if I'm frame. Yes, so I ripped, where did I put it? Yeah, over here. So I ripped a few pieces, and this is really grungy. But because of these ruffles on this side, I want to keep the plainer side on that side. That was my idea. And then break it up a little bit with a piece of the white fabric. Even if it's shorter, that's okay by me. So it's just to break it up, and then it's not, because I really wanted to keep it as white as possible, but I'm not really sure which way I'm going with this, because yeah, it's really experimenting. And then the way I work is I just see what I have in my stash, and then I'm going to try stuff out with it. So that's always what I do. And I had a lot of ideas for this. Yeah, perhaps put more strips of fabric down, or use one of my designs, or use, for instance, a brown paper bag paper on it, and then crumple it up, and then stick it down, something like that. So yeah, I'm really experimenting like that. So the next thing I want to do is stick this all down, and I think I'm going to use, I wanted to use my white glue, but that will seep through, so I think I'm going for double-sided tape I already have, and that will also have good contact, and you won't see the seeping through as much. Even if it's drying clear, you will see the fabric really change. So I have that over here, so it's not really bothering me that much. So here's a piece of paper, here's also a piece of fabric, and I crumple it up, make these ridges in the paper. This is brown paper bag paper, so that's also something I yeah, I like that look. So you see the different shapes, so you see the different colors, enhance the colors. So this, I like it, but it's really hard, and it changes the whiteness of the fabric, as you can see. So this is the same fabric, and all the whiteness is now a little bit see-through, because and that's okay for this piece, because I like the way this looks, but for the spine I really want it to, yeah, not be become a see-through thing, also because of the coffee dyed fabric. And this is also to make it, to, yeah, make it grungy, but also to enforce the spine. I don't know if I already said it, but I think I did, but well, that's okay. So I will get my double-sided tape, and then I will be right back. So I'm back. And while I was yeah, fiddling around with the other fabrics. I also pulled this fabric that is in between, and I pulled the double-sided tape, and then I pulled, when I was searching for the double-sided tape, I saw my hand sewn, messily sewn patchwork. Not really patchwork, it's not, it's meant to be really simple, and it's also a straight stitch, really messy on purpose. I wanted this look because the other side is more of a clean look. So I also ripped these squares, and then I just started to sew them together. So this is what I came up with. Also because of the ruffles, it really goes together nicely. And for the inside, I just flipped it. I flipped it over to the other side, and I will reinforce the hinges because this is of course cardboard, so it's really not sturdy. So here I had a little bit of paint accident on this piece. On the other side you can hardly see it, so I thought to use this and sew this together on the inside. So I might do something about my dry hands, because every little thread is sticking onto my dry skin, so that's really irritating when you work with fabric, right? So it is a little bit onto this pocket, but you can still see the bow, and I like that. I don't know what I will do, but I want to do something here. Perhaps use the printed version. So I'm selling this in my Etsy, if you don't know. I have an Etsy shop, and this is the printed version. I also made this one. So this is more like the one I sewed. I scanned it, and then I enhanced the colors here and there, and also made purple and orange, as you could see, and then a little bit of a different pattern. So I scanned the different parts of it, and what I did was I started to make envelopes, but that I will show you that in a second. But yeah, so this is the printed version, and I could do something with the printed version over here, perhaps make something here, but I don't know what. Here already I made sort of a shallow pocket. This is closed up. I don't know if you can see that side. So perhaps I will use these. It could be I will make more envelopes out of these. And I will show you here in between an envelope that I made for the mother of a friend. And I made that for her birthday. And I also made this envelope. So here I did also something with a bow, so that it would match this. So this will then go over here. So the next step I want to do is to go to reinforce my spines, and when I'm done explaining, then I will make it go fast, so I won't bore you, perhaps cut a few things out, but this is the way that I wanted it to be. And this is really a cute spring large book, right? So I couldn't call it a journal, it's more a large album or something. So I don't know what to do for the pages yet. I didn't think this one through, because I just wanted to work with corrugated cardboard. I wanted to see and just organically what was coming out, and then I always pull some stuff from a stash, and then I just see what what I come up with. I also made these flowers that are just crumpled up pieces of fabric, and then try to make it a little bit look like a flower like this. So that's really easy to do, and I made a few also with this messy fabric. This used to be a scarf. I'm pulling all sorts of fabric from this. I used to wear this. This was one of my favorite shirts, sort of dress shirt, but I cut that up, and now I'm making loads of stuff with it. So this is also one of my things that I just started to do all of a sudden. So I'm working with fabric and I'm loving that. So okay, let's go to the next step, and that is reinforcing my spines. And I'm not really sure, but I think I'm going to get some strips of fabric that I don't really care for or something, and then I will do that. So let me pull this off, and then this we will sew onto it when I'm done reinforcing the spines, because even if this is made out of corrugated cardboard, I don't want it to fall apart, of course. I think this is really strong fabric, and I also spilled something onto it. It is the right height, so I think I'm going to make some hinges for on the outside and on the inside. Because you won't see this, I will use white school glue for this, and that will be strong enough. I also have some other glues, but I still have enough for this project. It is not a lot, but it is enough. So it's just school glue. It's called Collal white glue. So I'm just making strips. I'm just making 4 out of these, and all in the same width. Okay, let me just pour some onto this. Let me see where I have also my cost. How come I can't remember that word? Yeah, it's really escaping me as well. I'll put it up on the screen. Sorry about that. So I'll just use my finger because my crust is still is still wet. So. And that will make it less sticky. It's good work. That's not that really. I could also do something onto the fabric, and that I will do on top. So because I don't mind it, but if it's seeping through enough, I will leave it. And this is really a good way when you take something to make a cover that's not really strong, you can just make it strong. So, like this. Let me scoop that over a little bit in the middle, more in the middle, so that when it's going open and closed, it will really hold everything. And I will put some glue on top of this. The only thing is that you really want this to be dry, so it will take a minute, but I will only use this when I'm when it's not shown, or you don't mind that it's that you can see that it's getting really uh, hard, yeah, sort of hard fabric. If you don't mind that, then it's okay to do this. So, and now I will do the other side when this is dry enough to turn. And I have a mat to protect my table underneath, and I always use that to also paint, by the way. So, and this is not really that big of a deal. The wear and tear is about right in between, and the reason I make it a little bit wider is that it doesn't come off that easily. So I will let this dry and then do the back, and then I will be right back. It worked really well with the hinges. As you can see, I did have to work it a little bit because the fabric got stiff, and I pushed that all the way in, and it's a little bit wrinkly because, yeah, it's stuck onto the corrugated cardboard. So, but I wanted to see if it would work because I did paint it. So yeah, it works. So that's all I need to know. On the inside it looks like this. So it is still a little bit stiff, but I think when I put the pages in and all that, I think that will really yeah, be just fine. So let me see what my plan was. And this goes over it like this, and then I want to sew it on the inside. Turn it around for a second to see what my plan was. So, and with the other, together with the other fabric, I'll put it in the same way. And I thought about this, so I do want it over because I want the messy look that you can see that on the other side. So that's why I don't turn this around, and that's why I don't I also thought about blah making a few extra squares to fit this closed. So I think there will be 2 squares on this one, perhaps a little bit smaller squares, or the same as these, a little bit longer squares in between. So I could do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then what that will create is that you will see how I did this as well. So let me get all my things together, and then I will show you how I did that. And I want to see, and then I will decide. So this is really an impromptu thing. So so I put some things I had. I found three of those squares, but those are really small, so I don't know if, but that's the last what I found for this this fabric. And I found a lot from this, and this is also really a lot, and I also have this, enough of this. So this is a seam, so I will not use that, but this piece, I think, oh no, I saved this one with the buttonholes. I want to do something cute. I could use that, and then that will be something new. I just figured it out while I'm filming that I could also do this with buttons and then make that work. That will be an extra, sort of extra feature, but I don't want that much of this. It is a nice idea, but I don't know. Yeah, I will keep that in mind, or I will do that on the side, for instance, even if I'm now covering up this yumminess. But I'm just this is how I do it. I just do something and figure it out as I go. Sometimes those impromptu things, they will turn out the best. That's really not to yeah, to pat myself on the shoulders, but just when I do it like this, I like it the best. I will say it like that. So let me see what I think about this idea, and perhaps I also have that in another fabric. Let me see if I have the buttonholes. Yeah, I do have saw it. I did saw it, but I don't know where it is. I will look it up. Let me put this aside for a minute and then make some more squares, and then I will lay it out. I will make it go fast so you don't have to see all that. So I will make this, I will keep if I still want this to work, but I could also, what I also could do is make this over it like this, but that will be a little bit too normal. I want this really to look abnormal. I just saw a little piece of those, more pieces of this one. This is the last piece I have. All threads are all every time I see a thread I will pull it out, and now I have loads of them on the side. So I will keep it over there. So I do have this still, but well, I will make some squares and then see how the size, how I can do that. For instance, here or here it doesn't have this fabric, so I can make a square that is really the right size immediately, but I will give it some slack because I also want to have some extra room to sew it in the same way. So these will be a little bit larger then, but I think I will make them even small, I mean the width evenly as the other squares, or those are not really squares, but you know what I mean. A little bit more, so I have room to sew. So this is then the first one, and I don't know if I'm keeping it at that place. This one I will put aside, this long one, because I don't want that to be ripped. That's a good size. So I do have these ones. Let me see. This one is a little bit longer, so this could work, but that's a little bit too tight. What I also can do is make two, and then because there are also these seams as I pull them up like this, so that will make it smaller, and then I will put another one over here. That's also something I can do. So now I will make a few of these squares. Let me see the height a little bit. just one snip and then pull it like that. And let me see if I want that. Perhaps over here, could do it like that. And then I will make it a little bit smaller because it's too large. I could also see if another placement is better, like on this side or over here. That is also a little bit too wide even. I will make them a little bit the same in length at least. So like that. And I will keep all this because when you make a tag, or you can decorate with it for your embellishments, make tabs out of them, or yeah, I will keep all this. I have more of these strips that I tore off, so I can make cute things throughout and on the pages as well. So now I want to make a square out of this, and I will keep this one as my guide. This is the largest one I made, so that's okay. Snip and then rip, snip and rip, something like that. And then another snip and rip. I also have a square in this one, so I will keep that also aside. I can make a new pocket also with squares on the inside on one of the, like this. This is an instant pocket if you put it like that. But I can work with the other squares and make this, close this up perhaps. I don't know if I want to do that, but well, I will see it if I'm there. So this one could also work. Let me see. Yeah, I think I want that over here. And then, yeah, these are really too large, I think, but I did have shorter pieces on the end, and I do want that those larger ones, perhaps to close up the ends over here. Yeah, we'll keep that here. Don't know why I keep pulling that away, but. And then I also had the flower one ripped, right? Where did I keep that one then? Ah, it's on my lap. Okay, I'll put that on this side, and then I want one over here, or I will do it like this, and I will snip this a little bit smaller, I think. What I also can do is with the ones that I have here, make one long one and then put that, or two, put that on the side over here. I could do that to keep it sort of cohesive but messily at the same time. Something like that. So something like this could work, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sold on the idea yet. Or I will make a separate, yeah, you can see that this is the middle, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if I really want that. Like this could work. This, or the idea with the long beam thingy. So I will do this, or I will do this. What do you think? And then over it. I do think that I like the messy look a lot, but that will still be shown because I will also then sew these really messily, so that will still be shown. I think I like it, and I don't think I have to have them in squares per se, but the same as this exactly, I mean, but I think when I'm going to work on it I would like them to be. So I think I will just start by sewing, and then I will make them even as I go, I think, even with the squares, because when I'm going to sew I don't want it to be like this. I think I could do it. Still have some thinking to do, I think. What do you think? I think, yes, I do think. So I will take a coffee break. I just made me some coffee. So, a nice full jug of coffee. Can't show you my cup because then I will flow it over my beautiful book. So I will take a coffee break and then I will see you at the other side of my coffee break. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, see you then. That was my coffee break. So I didn't find this white thread anywhere, so I did found this cream thread that I will. Okay, let's start sewing. So I think I will leave it onto the cover because when I pull everything off I can't really see. Yeah, you could also pin it, of course, and then pull one side off, and if I notice that I can't sew, that I can't do it, then I will do that, but I want to try if this will work. And also I can see how much slack I can get. My daughter's on the phone, so if you hear anything on the background, that will be it. She's not in the room, but my walls are a little bit thin. Okay, I will do this, and then I will just make this in and out with my, and also adjust in the meantime my fabric on both sides. And this is just how I did it. So now I will pull it really gently and see if I it's all around this. Yeah, I did make a knot on the end, so let me see if I like it like this. I think I will, but like that. Yeah, it's a little bit not as messily, but and this way I can see that I can rip some of the fabric off. So I will first do this side, and then I will do the bottom and take some of the fabric off. And also have really noisy neighbors as well. So I will pinch this a little bit like this. Let me adjust that. I want this a little bit different. Let me see. I'm still on the right. Yes, I am. It's really easy to do, so oop, it got caught over there, but that's okay. And also put those together, of course, in the middle. That's a bit tight. So I will cut it, but I am, because I did sew it that not that strongly, I will unravel this and then put a few extra knots at the end to make it a little bit stronger on the ends, and I will do that on every end. So the same as I go through these ones, I will make a knot again and unravel the thread a little bit for going round and round. Make a knot. Let me see, and now I want to start on one side, and also here I need an extra cloth, so but I do think I will start at the sides, the length of my what I do have. I will take that into consideration, so I will do the same. I will just make them stand up straight, as you will, and then because I am sewing from right to left, I will turn my book around. Let me see if I can maneuver it without too many problems. I mean, I'll get that glue out of the way for now. So now I will sew the sides. We'll try to, and if you don't have enough room, don't worry about it. This is really messily, so it's not really a big of a deal. I didn't get that quite, so I'll start over. And then do this again, in out, the lace sewing, that's the way you call it, I think, lacing, or there was another word for it but I forgot about it. So and what I can do is make it onto that, but I won't do that for now because I will adjust these for this. I can always go back and forth, but I want to see how far this one is. Yeah, I want to keep it around this length. So now I will make extra knots. Like this, and now I will turn the book again to make these connections. I will do that off camera, and then I will show you how I will connect this piece. Okay, so I was trying it out. I sewed everything, by the way, and I was trying it out, and I thought this bottom piece is a little bit more larger than the middle piece, and I could do this to yeah, a little bit like this, and then make it fit. So I think I will try that, and I don't want to pull too hard. As you can see, I want it to have a little bit of slack, I think, because this is really pulling. So I will also make this a little bit stronger on the points that it will have some tear and wear, and then I will adjust by making it also a tiny bit smaller if that's necessary. So first I want this to work, so I want this to be a little bit more crumpled up. Wait a minute, I want to do that together. So I'm adjusting it by doing this, and I don't know if that will work, but I'm trying it out as I go, as I said. So this a little bit more tighter, and I don't know if I have enough thread for this run across. I will adjust as I go. So this one really doesn't have a lot of slack, and I will pull it through on this end now, like this. So I will make sure that it will work. So now I have essentially the same on the front and on the back. I don't know if I'm keeping it like this, if it will make a problem for my when I make the holes or something for my pages, because I'm not thinking this ahead. I will have to adjust as I go. When you think everything out, yeah, before, then you can think about all the things that you have to adjust, and this won't work and this will work, and yeah, sometimes you just have to do as you go and then see if it works or not, of course. But this is about over here with the other thread, so I will pull it to that side so I know that it will stay together at least, and always I can always go back and adjust it and make it a little bit different. So I did found the other thread, so I did found that one that's over here, so I'm also trying to sew that so that it doesn't pull out, can't pull out. So that's better. So now I will also, I'll leave it over there. I will also knot this one together. So, and now I want to see if I like it. Oh wow, I really love it. I see it's a little bit crooked. I have more over here than I have, so what I can do is pull it a little bit over there. So that's possible because I didn't sew it or stick it down. What I what I was thinking about is to put some padding underneath, and I still can do that, but that really reminded me more of the winter than the summer, so I think I will leave it like this. It's really soft and the middle is a little bit more tight, but I don't mind that because here will be the pages, and I also will make something on the ends. I don't know exactly what, so I want to show you a little bit before I go, because I want to yeah, I wanted to show you only the cover, and then in the pages that will be part 2. So also this is really cool because now the way I did it, you still see the jagged edges from those cardboard boxes, and also yeah, I did do it really not the same as the front and the back cover, I mean. So what I made from the other patchwork is this one, and I will do a full flip of that, but I wanted to show you the black and white one, and also have the other envelope in here. But I also made some envelopes by hand for this journal, so I just cut this out myself and then made up something for the inside. I really like that because the black and white and the other, and this is the same fabric. As you can see, this is the back side of that fabric that I just showed, or just work with it. So, and this is a fabric pocket, by the way. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed this video very much. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And please subscribe and share my videos. And yeah, I hope you will join me for the next impromptu video. And also what will come up is yeah, I will show you how I made this, or I will show you a flip of this one, this little cutie patootie. And this one is made with my patchwork, the first one, and this one I'm making now. So let me see how that will work out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. I hope I will see you then. Thank you. Bye. Doei. Doei. Doei.